SharkyBreath.
He plays video games.
Hello and welcome back to Disco Elysium. I've had a thought. You know how I was all feeling confident because I got all these charges of health and morale just in case something goes wrong? Well, it occurs to me I found those by exploring, and there's only so much world to explore. So I have a suspicion that if I use all those up, I'm going to have to just, start buying support drugs for my habits, you know? For my lifestyle of making bad decisions. But anyway, great. So we're looking either for a third driver, and failing that, we're going to go talk to Measurehead. Are you the third driver? I can't seem to interact. Oh, you're just part of the rabble crowd. Rabble. Hello. Did you hear that? They're secretly working in there. In where? What are we talking about? Who are we talking to? Oh, hey, there's a big feller. There's a big feller in the center. He's making gestures and possibly statements, but I can't hear them, seemingly. The music changed, interestingly. I'm gonna hold on to that thought just for a second there, fellow. I'm gonna just... What is this? Is this free? This is free. Okay. Well, that's fine, because I actually wanted to drop off my,
The tear machine stands in the corner.
my tear.
A sign says, your bottles clunk into
There
the
we
machine,
go.
and the money appears with a satisfying jingle.
Great.
You're a richer man now.
I sure am, by 280, and that's all right with me. How much are the raincoats? How much are the raincoats? Tell me, how much are
You
the
see
raincoats?
several packaged raincoats fill a low shelf beneath a display of croissants and juice
no
bottles.
chance.
The raincoats are transparent, except for the big Fritta slogan on the back.
+1 endurance. I have a suspicion that could come in handy in a lot of scenarios, yeah? Since endurance is straight up hit points, I think. So, I'm gonna go ahead and spend 4 real on a raincoat, I think. Yeah, because there's no chance. I would heal up from doing it, but, I also probably wouldn't be welcome here anymore, and there are consequences for trying to shoplift. So, I'm gonna just buy a raincoat.
Here you go.
Cool, thanks. The clerk removes the garment from the lower shelf and hands it over. Great. Bye. Okay. Well, that was a good time. Let's see here. I just want to test one thing out. If I put this on, do I in fact gain another hit point? Let's see. Doop. I do. I absolutely do, and it doesn't fit me at all. It's far too small. The sleeves are baggy, and my belly is exposed. But maybe it's just like a poncho-style one, and that's what it's supposed to be happening. But I feel oddly bulgy in this. I'm gonna put this back on for now. Great. Well, good investment, maybe. I don't know. I sure did it, though. On that particular note, though, I think I am gonna stop by the... Hello. I forgot about you. Did I ever talk to this guy? I never did I? Oh, I kind of do want to talk to this guy, but... First things first, I'm gonna stop by the Whirling and pay for my thing tonight, because you never know what's gonna happen in this sort of scenario. Maybe something's gonna come up and it's gonna be like, hey, give me 15 real for XYZ, and I might be tempted for unknown reasons. So why don't we just go ahead and make it so I can't mess that up, huh? Seems important.
Can I help you?
About my bill for tonight, Gart.
Got the 20 real?
Your voice changed tone. Are you recording in a different chamber for this particular session? Yeah, 20 real for the night. Yes, I do.
Good. You got the room for the night, but remember, you'll need another 20 real tomorrow.
Yeah, I got you. Goodbye. So it seems to go. All right, cool. Well, that's done. I suppose it moved itself to the done column. Great. Okay. Real quick. I didn't talk to this guy again after I looked at the blue door, did I? I'm pretty sure I didn't.
The man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a little nod, acknowledging your presence.
Yeah, see this. Here. Do you know what's behind that door? Point to the blue door. That.
He looks up at you, then looks away quickly, shrugging and muttering something to himself.
Sounds like he doesn't want to deal with whatever's behind the blue door. Bad business in some sort.
Shrugging is an international sign for, no, I don't know what's behind that door.
Apparently I was reading too much into it. Okay. I don't need it to anything else. Stay masculine. Yeah. Okay, cool. Let us leave this place. Oh, hey, look, who's back? It's that guy who I thought would be useful and interesting, but in fact he's not. Are you? Nope, he's not. Okay. Cool. Well, let's get out of here then. Was there something else I forgot? I have a feeling that I thought of something while I was on my way in there, but then I've lost it at this point, so let's not worry about it. Yes, I remembered! I remembered! The radio! The radio!
Inside,
The number!
you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox,
Yep.
and
The radio
soft
again, please.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Have you heard back from the ICP about the serial number? That one, please.
Yes. The armor was produced by
She looks at her notes.
Fairweather in their facilities in Betancourt, sur la Clé in 42.
I like how I can't actually see what she's doing, but somehow I know. But I guess I'm just inferring from the context. Sure. All right. Sounds good.
It was part of a special order for Corps de Pharmacie, a security firm contracted to protect the interests of Oranese pharmaceutical companies in the Semenine conflict.
I don't know enough history to understand that. I wonder if my brain will kick in at some point and tell me. Maybe we've already discussed this and I forgot it in the 2-week break. I'm not sure. Continue.
So, it seems the armor went to Semenine.
Mm-hmm.
That's where the paper trail ends, though. Even the firm has proven difficult to track. Corps de Pharmacie has been renamed several times over in the years since the armor was issued.
Do you know what it's called now? Is it something Pines? Is it by any chance something Pines?
The most recently registered firm that the ICP has been able to connect to the CDP is a military contractor called Crenel.
Crenel.
And the one before it was Downwell. I think they might be the same contractor.
Okay. I don't know anything about any of that, but maybe my brain does. It sure looks like it from this color of this bar. Continue.
A suit of armor like this would have been manufactured with a particular person's physique in mind. You should ask for whom this suit was fitted.
Oh, good point, visual calculus. First, has the firm continued to work for pharmaceutical companies through all these name changes? A suit of armor like this would have been customized to fit the wearer. There must be a record of the person to whom it was issued. Okay, the way this is worded suggests I can ask both of these, so I am going to do the one that says first, just in case I can't do the one that says first if I do it second, you know?
Hard to say. The client list is rather diverse and incomplete. The only constant seems to be that the mercenaries are always deployed in third and fourth world countries.
Uh-huh. Okay. Then about the person to whom it was issued, please.
Yes, but the ICP tends to be reluctant to share private sector records. I could try to talk them into it, though.
Is that going to take you another day, rather? Yes, please do try. It is imperative that we learn whose armor this was. It really is. If we can figure out who this dead guy is, that probably seems like a big lead, doesn't it? I feel like, yes. Please do try.
Sure. Call back tomorrow.
Tomorrow, of course.
Hopefully I will have more information for you then.
Okay. I could ask her about it immediately, but that's not a useful expenditure of time. I'm done with the radio for now. Goodbye.
57's over and out.
Thank you, Alice.
In the cabin, you see
Close the door. I don't need to listen to myself talk about the inside of this car no more. I've looked at it thoroughly. Now then, let's go talk to that. That's right, that's Tommy. I talked to Tommy. I don't need to talk to Tommy again. He probably doesn't want to talk to me right now anyway. Although we did discuss words. We like words. Around here, we like our words. Hello there. Who are you?
Welcome to Revachol.
Sorry, I was distracted by your name. Welcome to Revachol, announces the rotund man. The remark isn't addressed to you. It's addressed to the lieutenant. Racist lorry driver. Why are you addressing my partner like that? Hey, I know Revachol. That's where we are. Never mind. Let's keep moving. I'm guessing he's addressing my partner like that because he's the racist lorry driver. Do we want to encourage him to be racist at us, or do we just go straight at, hey, I know Revachol, that's where we are? Because, I mean, I seem to usually not know where we are, or at least ask questions about it as if I didn't know where we are. This one.
Don't you welcome to Revachol me.
The Lieutenant
My
Barback.
grandfather came here from a 3,000-year-old racist isolationist culture, while your ancestors came to this island a mere 300 years ago.
Apparently, Kim did not miss the fact that this is the racist lorry driver. By all means, have at it, Kim. I probably should stay out of this one, I think.
Every school of thought and government has failed in the city, but I love it nonetheless. It belongs to me as much as it belongs to you.
You tell him! What's happening? You sound angry, Kim. As if... I mean, I recognize that with my stats, I'm not supposed to understand people and human interactions, but I'm pretty sure I can figure this one out. Say nothing. Now, you tell him!
It's men like you who keep Revachol divided, making it that much harder for everyone to climb out of this post-war limbo.
He pays you no attention. I mean, I suppose he's pretty busy at the moment. I don't know that it matters if I chime in on this particular one. I was just trying to support. I don't know. Continue.
what he means is fixation on the Revacholian nation makes it harder for Revachol to actually attain self-determination.
He's right. You're undermining our best shot at real self-determination. Stop ripping into this guy. He's just really proud of being a Revacholian. So we are in a limbo. Okay, I don't want to deal with this. My rhetoric success. Let's use my rhetoric success. You're undermining us. How dare you, racist lorry driver?
Oh, come on, man. I just said, welcome to Revachol. It's a lorry driver thing.
Yeah, but your name is racist lorry driver, so it's not particularly convincing. Continue.
I know exactly what you meant. You think my kind doesn't belong here, that I should watch myself and behave.
I suspect this is not the first time that Kim has had to deal with this particular kind of attention. Continue.
But you see, I'm an officer of the RCM. It's actually my job to make sure you behave. I would advise you to remember that.
Continue.
Silence. The air between them becomes tense.
Great! Fascinating. Continue.
Your partner needs backup. Now's your moment to shine.
Fucking A, Kim, I got your back. Give the lieutenant a punch on the shoulder. Well, I think we all learned something here. Smile at the lorryman. Now that that's settled, we have a couple of questions. Your partner needs backup. Now's your moment to shine. This would be my this is me shining? Is this me shining? I feel like... Okay. How do we want to approach this? When I tried to back him up earlier, he just ignored it. That may not be what he wants. I don't know. Smile at the lorryman. That's just trying to smooth things over with this guy. That's not necessarily giving backup to my partner. This is ignoring the issue entirely. Okay, sure. I've got his back. I got your back, Kim. I got your back.
You two make a cute couple. You know that?
The lorryman spits. That is not the first time anyone's made that particular suggestion, but thank you, racist lorry driver.
The lieutenant exhales and resumes his regular calmness.
Right on, Kim. Now that that's settled, we have a couple of questions.
Whatever you say, officers.
He waits impassively, cigarette smoldering between his fingers. So you're the third driver then, are ya? Great, great. You seem like a charmer. Continue.
He smells of heavy motor oils and his breath of high tar content cigarettes. Probably Astra Whites.
I found this mug in the trash. Show it to the man. Yours? What was that argument all about? What are... Well, I know what the argument was about. What are you hauling? You're a lorryman, right? What's your stance on drugs? You're lorryman. I'm guessing it meant you're a lorryman. But either way, he's lorryman. I mean, he's the racist lorry driver. I'm not going to have another purpose for this mug, am I? I don't know. Do we want to keep... Wait a second. It's snowing on me. It was raining yesterday. How is it snowing on me today? I guess it is supposed to be cold. Huh. We must be hovering right around the freezing point. But that's strange. It was raining as night was falling, and now here in the middle of the day, it's snowing. Today must be drastically colder than yesterday. I'm overthinking this, aren't I? I might be. Just a little bit. Okay, do we want to keep prodding the racist button? Yes?
Oh man, that's great. Look at that guy go. Haven't seen anything that funny in a while.
I suppose I probably should have expected that. He stares at the yellow man mug, then suddenly he explodes. Is it yours?
God damn. Thanks for that, but no, it's not mine.
He wipes the tears from his eyes. Okay, well, I got experience. I'm not sure it was worth it. Continue.
He doesn't live in Martinez.
Okay. I don't understand how I made that logical conclusion. I showed him the mug. He had never seen it before. He thought it was hilarious because he's racist. He doesn't live in Martinez. I know perfectly well what the argument was all about. What are you hauling?
Oh, not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but the dock workers are on strike, so it's a sit and wait on your ass situation.
Okay. Wait, how long has this been going on? What kind of cargo are you supposed to be... what kind of cargo are you supposed to pick up? I feel like I should know how long this has been going on, but let's go ahead and ask the racist lorry driver.
The strike? Oh, they've been at it for a while. A month. 2 months, maybe.
He gestured toward the lorries.
But this here is just the last week or so.
No kidding. I've been here for a week. That's quite a while. What kind of cargo are you supposed to pick up? Oh, I guess it makes sense, right? It makes sense, of course, because the congested traffic is the the Pines' response to the hanging. Because they're trying to use this particular opportunity to figure out where the drugs are coming from. I just had a conversation with someone about this. Right, what kind of cargo are you supposed to pick up?
Apples.
Apples.
Apples is exactly the kind of thing you'd say if you had something to hide.
Sounds like a cover story to me. Apples? Fair enough, I got some other questions. Apples. Apples?
Yeah, apples. I take it you had other questions?
I want to keep prodding the apple button, actually. What are you hauling?
Oh, not much anymore.
What kind of cargo?
Apples.
Apples is
Sounds like a
exactly
cover story
the
to me.
kind of
Look, as detective, I come from a long line of lorrymen. We got ancient rights and privileges.
He loses his patience for explaining it. Okay, that's as far as he's going.
Oh, I'm here to pick up a load of fucking apples, man. Just regular, Koiko picked apples.
Okay, continue.
Koiko may be another derogative for a person from Grad, you think.
Oh, so they grow apples in Grad? Yeah, alright, I wasn't that interested in your cargo anyway. Grad?
Yep, it's one of their main exports. They grow him down South Yekokata. A beautiful place. Got great scenic vistas.
But you use racial slurs for the locals. Continue.
In fact, Yekokata is a desolate wasteland whose name literally translates to Zone of Ecological Catastrophe.
No kidding.
It features no scenic vistas and supports virtually no plant or animal life.
Yekokata is not in the south, and they definitely don't grow apples there. You keep saying koikos. What does that actually mean? That's the thing we're thinking is a racial slur, right? Actually, I'm not that interested in your cargo. I am interested in your cargo. And I'm also going to call you out on what the Yokokata is, apparently. I don't know that I know where it is, but that one.
Yeah? Says who?
It's literally in the name, Zone of Ecological Catastrophe. I apparently can't speak, but I know words, apparently.
Then, I guess they grow apples somewhere else. You can never really tell with those koikos. They're everywhere.
The lorry driver.
Except their own homes.
The lorry driver glares at you intently, then shrugs. Okay, so he doesn't like the fact that I understood what he said. Oh, and I'm calling him out on it. Okay, so tell me about your racial slur. What does it mean?
He means the people living in Grad.
Yeah, I know. I got that part, Kim. You probably could have figured that out from context where I said Grad with the ... etc. I want to know what he thinks it means.
Yeah, you know, Gradniks, Gradvolk. Those degenerates from Grad.
Okay, but why the word koiko? Okay, so it's an ethnic slur. Did I just say ethnic? Ethnic slur. Are we doing an etymology lesson, or are we just calling him out on using ethnic slur? Why can I not say the phrase ethnic slur? Doing the thing that you would expect from a name called racist, a name like racist lorry driver. I want to know what it means. I'm sorry, etymology. Tell me.
'Cause that's what they're all called. Koiko Pichik, Loslav Koiko, Koikovic someone. Low self-esteem, those guys have. Mind you, they look Occidental, but they're not really like us.
Admirable performance from the racist lorry driver, definitely living up to his name. Okay, so it's just a common name amongst people from Grad, or at least a common root word used in names in the people from Grad, and therefore people just refer to them as that if they're racist. Okay, so it's an ethnic slur.
Hey, if the name and description fit by the very grace of nature, who am I to say otherwise?
So, gonna see the apples? Apples then, from Grad. Right, sure. He said he wanted to pick up apples, but he probably doesn't actually have any at the moment. But, can I see the apples?
Did you miss the part where I said they aren't here yet? Besides, even if I did have some, I wouldn't go putting my nose in them, huh?
He looks at you with a strange glint in his eyes. I wouldn't go putting my nose in them. What exactly are you implying here, racist lorry driver?
Relax. You've got all you can get here. He probably doesn't even know what he's hauling, even if it is something unsavory. So he'd remain unaccountable.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair, I suppose. Particularly if there is, in fact, an underground drug trade going on, and the drivers had any idea that it was going on, they would probably do well to not know if they had the stuff, right? Right, maybe. So I've got a new option here. You said something about the rights and privileges of lorrymen? That one.
Oh yeah, they're a big deal. My great-grandfather was a carter, had a royal license and everything. We've tried to hold on to our privileges.
Hold on, what's a carter? And that's a privilege? History lesson. Continue, racist lorry driver. What's a carter?
Someone with a cart. What did you think it was? That's how deep into history our thing reaches. Before machines.
So he was a garbage man? I'm not sure. Am I just trying to insult this man at this point? I guess that, yes, I am. Let's continue to start with the options going top to bottom. And that's a privilege?
Sure fucking is. We have a guild and everything, huh? Very ancient. Very prestigious.
I missed the opportunity to insult his grandfather, apparently. Or great-grandfather, rather. So you're in a carter's guild. So it's a kind of union? Guilds and unions. I mean, there are differences there, I suppose, but they're similar in nature frequently, right? I don't necessarily know what I'm talking about. We have a guild and everything. Carter's Guild. It's similar to a union, but he doesn't like the union, right? He doesn't like the strike at the very least. Is it kind of union?
Hell no. It's a guild. Invitation only. Unions work for the rich fucks. They're basically the same. Been trying to fuck us out of our heritage in the name of profit, but you can't replace experience.
So wait a second. Unions work for the rich. They're basically the same. When you say they're basically the same, what are you talking about? Unions... Are you saying the unions are the rich? Are you saying that unions basically are guilds? But... It's vaguely worded, racist lorry driver. Could you clarify, please? He's not going to, but that's okay. Continue.
Trusting street thugs with their goods is going to fuck him right up the ass.
Who's them?
Mark my words. Generations of practice ain't no laughing matter.
Are you talking about the people who have the union here? That's what you're talking about? Okay. Well, anyway, you're a lorry man, right? What's your stance on drugs?
Drugs? They're shit, man. I don't let anything pollute my body.
He takes a long drag on his cigarette. Well, this is an intentional statement. Why not? You smell of booze and cigarettes. What's different about narcotics? That one. The second one. You do smell. I can tell. Even through my own stench.
You know where that shit comes from? Sarah Miriza, Safre, Ilmara. They take the money from our local junkies here and then use it to outcompete us in the manufacturing sector.
So you keep pleading because you're racist, is what you're saying? Question mark? Continue.
They know they can't beat us in a fair fight, so they have to get us to weaken ourselves somehow. It's racial sabotage, racial economic sabotage.
Hold on, but they make Al Ghul alcohol in Ilmara too, I was told they do. So I take it you're not struggling smuggling drugs out of Martinez. Listen, I agree. It's our responsibility to keep this poison off the streets of Revachol, right? That's all I need to know. Let me ask you something else. I did hear the thing about Al Ghul. Here, this one.
I don't go for that foreign piss. Proper booze is made in Mundi. Or sometimes, I like a dram of that Yugograd vodka. Koikos and worse much. But they do no booze.
So you're only racist against them in certain regards, or something. I don't like talking to you much, RLD. So, yeah, what reason do we have to be subtle? I mean, we've been hinting around it the entire time. So I take it you're not smuggling drugs out of Martinez?
Not in, not out. I'll never betray the purity of my tribe.
But you don't know what you're hauling. You did mention that you don't... Well, no, he thinks he's hauling apples, but he doesn't think he's hauling apples. He's making stuff up. Continue.
So you're telling us that you don't know anything about drug smuggling through Terminal B?
Continue.
I don't know shit. And if I did, I wouldn't tell you.
He puffs on his cigarette. Then what are you still hanging around here for? Most of the other camionneurs... I can't speak French. Most of the other camionneurs have left.
What do you think? I can't leave the lorry unguarded. Stuff's been getting looted lately. It's those little kips sneaking on at night. If they touch my stuff, the bosses will be on my ass like ass cancer.
So you're also staying here because you're racist. It seems like most of your decisions in recent history, or possibly in your life in general, are are informed by the part where you're racist. Okay, well, committed to his bit. I'll give him that. Continue.
There was a bunch of spilled boxes in the back of a big lorry nearby.
I did see one lorry with the trailer doors open on my way here. Do you know anything? Did you know what happened? Say nothing. Huh. Why would I have a reason to hide that? I'm going to go ahead and ask about it. Do you know what happened?
Yeah, I knew that guy. He was an honest driver who loved this country. We were having a good debate about genetics at the Wheeling in Rags when some Kip boys smashed his lock and took damn near everything. Lost his fucking job over it.
Mm-hmm. And how do you know who it was smashed the lock and took everything? Or are you just assuming that it's this, which I am hesitant to repeat, since I don't even know what it means, but I assume it's, a slur. Continue.
Since he left, I haven't had anyone to talk to.
Well, you're so good at it, after all. He takes a long suck on his cigarette, appearing to savor the taste. Continue.
If they were getting drunk inside the whirling in Rags, how could they know who broke into the lorry?
If you all were at the whirling, how do you know it was Kipt who broke into the lorry? Bad for him, I guess. Serves him right. This one, how do you know exactly?
What? Aren't we allowed to say that it's the Kips who do all the stealing around here? That's not road science, man.
Okay, so you're just kind of assuming that your racist logic is normal logic. Okay. What was that argument all about? It's still here for some reason. I don't know why I would bring it up again. Like, it's been resolved. I backed up Kim. Is it something else? Is it not the argument with Kim? I'll leave it for last. If it's still there at the end of this next one, then I'll check it out. If it's not you, then who's running drugs through Terminal B? Question mark.
Isn't it obvious? Fucking Sealang. That beady-eyed South Samaran.
I don't even know who that is. He spits on the ground.
His little side business is a scam. I wouldn't be surprised if he was peddling drugs as well.
Side business. Okay, who's that?
He's a Samaran guy who likes to pretend he's some kind of businessman. Really, he's just selling his employer stuff. Stuff he stole after he broke the seals on his Humanox lorry.
Uh-huh. Okay. Sounds like you're making a bunch of more assumptions again, but, whatever. I don't have any other leads. Where do I find him?
Just follow the smell. It smells like apricot and oil when you're nearby.
The lorryman lets out a raspy croak at his own sense of humor. That's not very helpful, actually. Could you give me some real information?
Yes. Where is he?
Yeah, that. Thank you, Kim.
Looks like I offended your partner there.
Yeah, me too. He doesn't like the look at the
Too bad. Sealang's usually a little bit south of here, near the canal. You can't miss him. Just watch yourselves.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Thank you. Continue.
His tribe are natural liars.
Do you have to?
It's in their blood.
He nods in a sagely
He's
manner.
your man, all right. 100%.
He nods in a sagely manner, then another puff on that cigarette. Okay, great. He's very confident that that's the guy who's doing the drug smuggling because racism. Continue.
I wouldn't be so sure about it. Not until we've heard what Sealang himself has to say.
There are procedures for these things, Guess we need to pay Sealang a visit then.
Guess so.
He grins, contented with himself. I bet he is. The argument inquiry is still here, so I guess I'm going to poke at it and see what happens. What was that argument all about?
It's about biological determinism, natural law, the sorting of the races.
He spits on the ground. The voice actor does keep putting in the spits. I don't know if I need to necessarily narrate that part. Thank you for that. Continue.
Not the most popular topic nowadays, with the coalition in charge and all. You might want to change the topic. That is, bury your head under the sand like common sheep.
I get it. Someone has to be the unpopular guy. Oh, so you're just a racist. Makes sense. To be honest, I can't really remember what that means. Please explain. On second thought, let's talk about something else. Okay, let's see. I'm just going to go ahead and call him a racist and be done with it because I'm pretty sure that none of this has any bearing on anything.
I'm not just racist. Look, I've read books.
Racist books?
The science of racial theory has all been proved, even if some people don't want to accept it.
So racist books then. He gestures with his cigarette for emphasis. He sure does. Continue.
People who've studied these things say that you and me are superior by design.
He glances at the lieutenant.
Naturally, we Occidentals should be in charge. Obviously, you can see the merits in that.
Okay, what else have you thought up? Yes, I can really tell you're a prime example of superior design. Right, I've already made up my mind. Want to hear it? Jump ahead. Okay, so do we hear him out on this at all? I don't necessarily want to. This right here, number 2, that could be sarcastic and it could be not. And if it's not, then I don't wish to touch it. And the thing is that your options in this game in conversation are widely variant, you know? You can go all over the place with it. Why would I hear him out? Why would I hear him out? Why would I hear him out? He's just going to be racist at me. I've already made up my mind. Want to hear it?
Oh?
The man seems mildly disappointed that you don't want to hear more of his lecture. Yeah, I think I can get down with racism. Yeah, I'm not down with this. Why don't you go fuck yourself? Okay, sure, whatever. I'd really rather talk about something else. Yeah, I'm not down with it.
Don't push your luck, runt.
The man gives you a disgusted look, then turns his attention elsewhere, ignoring your presence. And that's fine with me. Great! Well, this has been fun. Found the 3rd driver, and he directed me to a 4th driver. What do you know about that? Okay, cool. Well, who's that? Hey, who's that? You're at a railing that I can get to. Do I talk to the guy large and in the front, or do I talk to the guy up on the railing? Let's start with the guy lecturing, yeah? What's your deal, man? Hi.
Bastards! We have a right to work!
The man yells toward the harbor gates. His voice is the loudest of the lot, and oddly screechy for a man of his size. I mean, I kind of got that impression as well. He's also named Scab Leader, so we know where he stands on all this. I am the law. What's going on here? Looks like too much trouble for my taste. I am the law!
Yes. People get that you are the law. You really don't have to keep saying it.
But I like saying it, Kim. Do you not like it when I say it? I'm sorry. I'm also sorry. Did I tell you that, Kim? Continue.
Hold up and stay frosty, everyone. Cops are here.
The broad-shouldered alpha male turns to you. He's a full head taller than everybody else here. He sure is. Hello.
You here to fuck with us? Beat the honest worker down.
Why should I? Yes. No. Why should I exactly?
We're here to fight for a cause. Stripes usually have problems with people who have causes.
Stripes meaning us. Oh, then yes. Okay, then I'm thinking no. I need to formulate an opinion on this. Okay, so this is... Okay, but here's the thing, right? You're the Scab Leader, which means that you're not an honest worker. How do we want to approach this? Why am I talking to the Scab Leader? I feel like this is not going to be productive. This isn't going to be productive at all. I'm just going to say no.
Good. We're fighting for a cause here. Right to work! Right to work!
He chants at the gates. Well, all right then.
Besides, we're not that different.
He leans closer.
It helps if people see us talking, cops and strike breakers together. Shows authorities are on our side. Builds confidence.
What kind of a cause are we talking about? I don't think I've chosen any sides yet. Regardless, I have some questions for you. Proceed. I'll be going now. Right. Even if I do say that I don't think I've chosen any sides yet, the point he's making is the fact that I'm talking to him at all and not breaking this up immediately suggests that I am on your side. And he's probably just going to point that out if I mention it, but I'm going to go ahead and mention it.
Might be time. Don't let the fat bastards tread on you. Cops tend to side with the higher-ups, but you're essentially still workers.
Right, but like you're Scab Leader. But I suppose what you're saying is the higher-ups in this case are the Union, which is an unusual opinion, but I'm kind of still getting used to the politics around here. Continue.
I don't trust cops. But I can see you understand, though.
He raises his voice to chant.
Right to work! Right to work!
So what kind of a cause are we talking about? Presumably the right to work?
Rights of people. Rights of workers. To have gainful employment. To make a salary. And feed their families.
Yeah, that sounds like the Scab Leader line. Continue.
His manner of speaking is wooden. The tone of voice bland and uninspired. Almost as if compiling replies from a set of learned phrases.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably exactly what he's doing, but thank you, Rhetoric. I suspect you're correct. Regardless, I have some questions for you. Proceed. Do we even want to talk to this guy? Is it going to give me anything of value at all, do you think? I've asked everybody else, even if it seemed like a terrible idea. I just had a huge, in-depth conversation with the racist lorry driver. Sure, let's ask some questions to Scab Leader.
Maybe you should ask them the questions. Like, why we're not allowed to make a living here. Shame on you!
He bellows to the gates. Continue.
We have families to feed, you piece of shit.
He points his finger at the man sitting on the railing. Oh, the guy on the railing! I wanted to talk to that guy, too.
So do we, Scab.
Call me mañana, the loitering man hollers in return. Huh. I actually need to speak with the union boss. What is a strike? Who are all these strike breakers? What exactly is your goal here? Okay, so that's getting right down to business, right? What is a strike? We're just going the ignorance route again? I mean, I guess I could. Let's get my goals right out in front, huh? I need to speak with the union boss.
Have fun.
He snorts.
Union shits are on full strike. Don't think they're going to let you through the gates. Why you want to meet that fat asshole?
I'm interviewing people about a murder that took place here behind the hostel cafeteria there. This is an official matter, not to be discussed with outsiders. I mean, that's not going to help anything. I want to talk about the murder.
I know nothing about a murder.
His reply is snappy and terse. I didn't actually ask you, but fair enough. Absolutely nothing?
Wouldn't put it past these harbor bugs. They'd do anything to stay alive.
I get the impression that you regret having touched on the topic, eh? Well, anyway. Harbor bugs. Who are the harbor... Excuse me? Continue.
Right to work!
He again shakes his large fist and turns back to you.
It's shameful. Cops doing nothing. You should bring backup. Open up the gates for us. Blockading gainful employment for workers is a crime.
I don't know. This really isn't my area of expertise. Sure, why not? I don't have any backup. My department thinks I'm a joke, but I'm not going to talk to you about that. I thought I was in the middle of asking you questions anyway, but you're just trying to get me to support your cause. I understand. I get it. I want to talk to the guy on the railing. He seemed more interesting. His name was Call Me Mañana. What the heck is that? Do we just appease him? It's not going to work out. I don't have any backup for him. This isn't really my area of expertise, man.
We are not picking a side in this just yet, sir.
Yeah, that one. Thank you, Kim. He turns around and bells at the gates.
Us work!
So, hey, what is a strike?
When a bunch of ungrateful, lazy cockroaches can't get their act together, decide to block honest work for other people.
He shifts uncomfortably in his worker's overalls. What do the strikers want exactly?
Beats me. They mumble nonsense about boardrooms and workers' rights, while we...
He raises his fist and starts shouting again.
The right to work!
You're acting like somebody is watching what you're doing and listening to you. I wonder if someone actually is. Continue.
There's something odd in the way he carries himself. His set of clothing looks vaguely mismatched. The different pieces of the attire seem ill-fitting.
Well, you keep commenting on it, and now that we've noticed something, sure, ill-fitting. What does that mean? Ignore the discrepancy. No. What does it mean?
His shirt is far too small and an unpleasantly tight fit, while the overalls, held up by a belt, seem to fit a man with much more corpulence.
So why is this guy wearing somebody else's clothing? You wearing new clothes there, buddy?
He ignores your question, choosing instead to turn to the emaciated workers, raising both fists in the air. The clothes are obviously not his.
Clearly, but why is he wearing them? Continue.
Silence is the answer. There's something off here, but he won't say what.
Yeah, it seems like it. Who are all these strike breakers? Look around.
Honest men and women with rights to work.
I'm surprised you didn't shout that.
Useful, not toys for corporate interests.
The man runs a hand through his steadily graying military haircut. Continue.
We came here to help the harbor run smoothly in time of crisis. If union fucks don't want work, they ought to let in those who do want work.
Right, but that defeats the purposes of a strike, you see, is the thing about that. How much do you believe what you're saying? Continue.
I have a question.
The lieutenant looks him in the eye.
Why do all these men follow your leadership?
Yeah, fair question.
You think they follow because I'm big and loud? No. They follow the rules of the market, the rules of the economy, because they were...
He starts bellowing.
Given a job to do!
You're very shouty. Continue.
You've been talking to him for quite a while now. Something is off with this guy. Ask him where he's from.
Okay. Okay, I could do that. Okay, I gotta ask, where exactly are you from? What exactly is your goal here? Those are both important. This is a reaction speed check, so I'm going to go ahead and do it now. Where exactly are you from?
What's it to you?
Deep-set suspicion drips from every syllable. Curiosity. Going to figure out this strike mess. Routine. Part of the investigation. I thought you looked real familiar for a second there. Did I? I don't, but that would definitely put him on guard. Is that what I want? He's suspicious of me asking, and who wouldn't be? Is any of this going to get results where the others might not? If I say routine part of the investigation, it'd be like acting like I asked that of everybody who I talk to, which is kind of laughable. It's an unusual thing to ask, right? Curiosity going to figure out this strike mess. My first inclination is to go with that. I thought you looked real familiar for a second there. Why would I be trying to put him on guard in that fashion? I'm going to go with curiosity. Gonna figure this out.
Big mess, caused by Union greed. But I only fight for the rights of people.
He shoots you a wary, distrustful look. Okay, continue.
Every once in a while, it's like you can see glimpses of another guy under the guise of this fighter for jobs. He seems a more brutal, cunning, and suspicious person. Just a hunch. Or you just might be paranoid.
I mean, I might. That's true. He does... Already got that. I'm interested in your background. Makes sense, I guess. Never mind, not gonna pry. I mean, if I'm not gonna pry, then why did I ask in the first place? This one. I'm interested in your background.
We're all workers, right? Workers stick together. Came from the eminent domain, in Jamrock. Backgrounds in odd jobs, heavy lifting, cargo hauling, bouncer work. I know the drill.
A bouncer? Where? I frequent a lot of bars. Maybe it's one I know. Sweet, I know bars. Been thrown out from several. Maybe that's why you seem familiar. I don't really drink, but work has taken me to some. Which one was it? So this is... I have the nose. Like, anyone who knows anything about alcoholics can tell that I am one. So there's no point in saying this. Unless we're trying to show weakness to make him assume that he's safe. This is just sort of generic. This is trying to be like palsy, despite the fact that I'm mentioning that I've been thrown out from bars. I don't understand. I'm just gonna go with the basic option. I frequent a lot of bars. Maybe it's one I know.
Worked at Territorial. Ring a bell?
Yeah, I think I've been there. Not right now, but I might have been there. I don't really remember things well. Never heard of it. Are you lying? Do we really want to bring up my memory problems in the middle of talking to this Gab leader? Where am I going with this? Why am I trying to bring out his other personality? I don't know if I should really refer to it as other personality. He's just putting on a front. He's trying to be a fighter for the people when in fact he's maybe something a little bit less noble than that? Or some of my brain is telling me. Do we just want to be confrontational? I feel like it's not going to go well for me if we get in a fight. Territorial. I wish I could actually ask someone who has, you know, a brain that works. Anything about the Territorial. Maybe fall back on the memory problems. I feel hesitant to actually just start a fight with this guy. But if I'm not gonna do that, then what am I even doing here, right? Probing him, I suppose, is what I'm doing. It's not a good idea, that one.
It was a long time ago.
The man is quickly losing interest in talking with you. What exactly is your goal here?
We were promised work.
He points to the gates.
We'd be in there, working, if the bastards hadn't shut the gates.
And you are unable to breach the entrance?
Main gate's locked. Would take heavy ordnance to bust it open. Could try to get in through the secretary's office.
Points up the stairs.
Door's locked. The guards blocking the way to the access panel.
Right. That's Measurehead. Continue.
And I don't mean the scrawny mess punk either. I mean head measurer. Or Whatever he is.
He points to the dock worker idling on the staircase. Wait, head measurer? Have you considered storming in, like all of you? Why don't you just talk to them? Let's talk about head measurer.
Huge Seminese guy standing up there on the overhead passage. Won't let anyone by. The access panel is right behind him.
How bad could one guy be? You seem capable.
Bad. Standing on a narrow bridge, he's got a strategically advantageous position. And he's trained.
The man glares at you. Okay, continue.
I don't know how the Union has a trained killer up there. But that one's no joke. And my men are tired and hungry. They're workers, not fighters.
Okay, fair enough, I suppose. Have you considered storming in like all of you? That seems like a terrible plan. People are going to get killed if that happens. Why don't you just talk to them?
Like civilized folk, you mean?
The man rubs his chin.
These native fucks don't understand civilized.
Oh, so you're also racist? Do we just have racists all over the place? Is that what this is? Just racist up to the neck? I know Measurehead's racist too, so I guess you're in good company. Continue.
It would be better for the neighborhood if you went home, at least for now. If you can't get in anyway.
I don't think he's probably going to take that advice. Continue.
No. They will give up eventually. Or get drunk. Leave the button unguarded. Then we charge.
The man rubs his jaw, a perfect, lightly bearded square wedge. Okay, well, I didn't get any answers because I was afraid to actually get in a fight with him in terms of the he seems out of place thing. But I got some hints as to what's going on, and that's about all I'm going to get at the moment. So I'm just going to leave now, okay? Bye. Let's go talk to the Call Me Mañana guy. He seems way more interesting.
Scab?
Asked a man with jolly eyes, tilting his head. Probably not. Do I look like one? Continue.
You're hazy on the notion of a scab. Smells like politics, though. Maybe it's got something to do with the flask he reaches for from time to time.
Am I actually hazy on the notion of a scab, Frederick? What exactly is a scab? Yeah, I'm a scab. Poor and downtrodden. Wave your fist. Right to work. I'm not a scab. I'm a cop. Proceed. Walk away. Leave. Tell me, Mañana, what do you think a scab is?
A kind of a worm, content with mere survival. They come, they want to do our job for shittier pay, screwing over both themselves and us. Everybody loses.
I mean, that's basically my familiarity with the concept of a scab in the context of a strike, but yeah. Hold on, where do they all come from? You don't seem to like them much. This one, where did they come from?
Beats me. Somewhere in the ground, I think.
Because worms, I see. Okay. You don't seem to like them much.
Gotta be bloody stupid or freaking evil to scab. Or I guess scared, maybe. But scared of what? Of who?
He looks at the mask, squinting his eyes as if to ascertain what they're scared of. Continue.
Personally, I'd rather beg than scab. If the gentleman shouting on the street came begging, maybe they'd have gotten something.
You think so? Nod. Have you tried talking to them? Shake your head. It's better than begging. Come on. I don't know that it is. Have you tried talking to them?
We've explained the matters, but they don't listen.
He shakes his head.
This lot would be reasonable and go home if the big guy wasn't riling them up all the time.
Yeah, that guy seems a little off, doesn't he? Continue.
Big guy. He means the leader of the scabs.
Yeah, I'm a scab pouring down trout. We're back to this option, huh? I mean, presumably this is a joke, but I don't, well, that's not what he thinks of scabs as being anyway, and that's really what I think of scabs as being anyway either. I'm not a scab, I'm a cop. Let's just get on with it.
I was just messing with you.
His smile deepens, his
No
wrinkles
one's
even more.
ever seen a cop scab.
Yeah, I suppose that's probably true. Continue.
Imagine, you cops going on a strike, but then another cop comes in and says, "Let us cop for less money."
He chuckles, then realizes.
Psst. Show him your stolen card. Now has arrived the perfect moment.
Do you think so, Drama? Why would... What? Excuse me? Why? He then realizes what? Then realize... Continue.
Speaking of, what brings the RCM here? To the Wild North? Come to see the strife?
Hey, you're the man in boots at the gates. Kuno said you know about the armor. I need to get past the gates and speak with your boss. I'm actually a worker, like you guys. Show him the stolen card. I'm a bit short on money right now. Can you give me some of it? What's the strike going on? Strike about anyway. Nice talk. Gotta get moving. Drama, easy... Drama. What? Now's the perfect moment, you say. I'm actually trying to pass off... I would actually be trying to pass off the stolen card as being mine, but there's a picture of somebody else on it. I mean, it's probably going to be the only time that the card comes up, but, like... I'm going to be exposed immediately. If I'm going to use the card for anything, this is it, huh? It was a bad idea to steal it in the first place, but maybe if I gave it to this guy... I mean, what? The man in boots. I guess he is in boots, come to think on it. Kuno said you know about the armor, huh? Let's start... hang on. Hang on, do I do this? This seems like a terrible idea. Drama, do you have any idea what you're talking about? Now has arrived the perfect moment. Really? I don't think that Drama ever has good ideas, does it? Really? Really? Come right down to it? Like, what else am I going to use the card for? I don't know. But, like... I'm not actually a worker like you guys. I'm clearly wearing the cop jacket. Like, this is a bad joke. What possible reason, what would come out of it? The only way to find out is to do it. This would also expose the fact that I've got a stolen card. To Kim, for example. There's got to be a better use for it, right? I'm not actually a worker like you guys. I mean, if I hid the face on it, he's probably not going to examine it too hard, but like... There's too many ways it can break bad. I'm sorry I debated on this so long. I'm going to talk to him about the armor.
The little boy had a good on his promise.
He smiles. His promise?
To get me into trouble. To sick the pigs on me. Pardon the choice of words. Not mine.
Ah, sure. Okay, that sounds like something Kuno would say.
What happened?
Yeah, that.
I was asked to look into that armor situation. Official Union probe, you know. Track it down, see who took it.
Yeah, sure. Continue.
Did you?
At first I thought, why not? Maybe the pieces can feed the strike. Buy us a few more days under the sun, you know?
Sure, I guess. Continue.
So I went to this boy. He said he'll make me his prison bitch. He's got eyes everywhere, the cops in his pocket, and he's the king of Jamrock.
Right. Kuno.
Serves me right for doing menial footwork. I dropped that probe right then and there, and it still got me into trouble. One bad move is all it takes.
He smiles. So Kuno uses to what? Scare you? The probe into the armor. What did you learn? Sounds like not much, but... Yeah, so basically this. Kuno used us to scare you?
It's a minor nuisance. It's all good.
He contemplates taking a swig from his flask, but doesn't actually do it. The probe into the armor. What did you learn?
I learned that people don't want to talk to a drunk Union man about some armor.
Fair enough, I guess.
What else?
Not much. Technical stuff mostly. That was the interesting part.
Well, that's what we're interested in learning, so what sort of technical stuff?
I did some research into this armadura. Let's say I have friends at the library.
Suits me fine.
I didn't get into the material science, just how it comes off.
He explains with a wry smile. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Continue.
How does it come off?
Yeah.
In parts. 4 in total. The helmet was the first to go. The kid says he tore it off and kicked it into the sea.
He sure did say that.
I believe him. The boots were still on the guy last I saw. Too hard to remove.
Right, and also, you know, the goop has seeped in. It's pretty gross.
So, as I count, there are 2 parts missing. The gauntlets and the cuirass. This is where I left off. Too much hassle. More like a job for some militia.
Hold up, 4 pieces? Helmet, cuirass, gauntlets, boots. What about the leggings? This is also the first time I've ever heard anyone actually pronounce the word cuirass. I've never known the right way to pronounce it. I'm just gonna be honest with you there. I'm gonna find 1 piece of it. 1 is enough. Am I? I'm ambitious. I'm gonna find all the pieces. All of it. All the pieces. Actually, I may have better things to do. What about the leggings? Yeah, that one. What about the leggings? That's a good question.
Oh, they're just gone. They don't exist anymore, if they ever did at all.
He gives you a jolly shrug.
Forget about them. I did.
Okay. So, I have to make a decision about how many pieces I'm going to find? This sounds like I've got a goal or a thought generating, but I'm ambitious. I'm going to find all of it. All the pieces.
All of it?
The lieutenant raises a
There
brow.
are junior officers out there, eager to prove themselves. I would leave some for them, but okay. Let's find all of it.
Kim's down? No kidding. Continue.
It's implied He finds it unlikely that you will succeed in this.
I mean, he's probably right. Continue.
And Mesqui's epic then, all across Martinez. I hope it will be a real bonanza for you.
He glances south where the canal runs. Thank you for the cooperation, sir.
No problem.
He finally takes a swig
If
from
you
the flask.
see that kid, thank him from Call Me Mañana. Thank him for showing me the way.
The way? Okay. I need to get past the gates and speak with your boss. I do.
Oh, good, good. What matters do you want to discuss with Everard?
He might have information about a killing that took place beyond the hostel. There's been talk of suspicious activity at the harbor. I can't disclose any details of an ongoing case. I just did to a scab leader. He might have information about a killing that took place beyond the hostel. That one.
Everard's got a lot of knowledge about a lot of things, eh? Doesn't often dole it out, though. But sure, why not?
Does this mean you can let me through the gate?
I don't operate in that capacity. I'm not a granter of passage.
He takes a swig and points up the stairs
The
with his
passage
flask.
grants itself.
Uh-huh. Continue.
If it's so simple, why did the scab leader warn you of the guards blocking the way?
I mean, I've talked to Measurehead. I know how difficult it is. That simple? I just walk in?
Aye. Walk right past Measurehead and go in.
Measurehead? I think I met him.
Yeah, the 2.5-meter tall Semini supremacist up there. Walk right past him,
He points to the bridge above the gates. Right.
then press the button to unlock the door,
Uh-huh.
then go past him again,
Okay.
and you enter the arbor through the office. Está.
So you're saying it's actually quite difficult. Gotcha. I think I might have some questions for you first. This one, it's quite difficult then,
Don't worry, I'm sure it's not completely impossible. For example, you could best Measurehead in a physical confrontation.
Oh, that sounds like a great idea. Continue.
Or you could convert to a Semini supremacist worldview. Or
He strokes his mustache.
maybe it actually is completely impossible.
You're so cooperative. Has anyone here ever bested him in a physical confrontation? Has any of the scabs tried converting to his worldview? Got it, another thing. Physical confrontation. I mean, I'm not even marginally considering it, but I want to hear what you have to say about it.
Not yet, no.
He fixes his eyes on you, evaluating your
He's
prowess.
incredibly strong.
I got that impression as well. Has any of the scabs trying to convert to his worldview?
Jean-Luc himself would say the philosophy has proven overly heroic for the scabs to convert to. Not enough intuition.
Okay, fair enough. Got it. Another thing?
Sure.
The man whistles a jaunty tune, the wind rustling his whiskers. Stolen cards at the top of the options. What else am I going to use it for? The only other thing I could do is pawn it. This is the reason the option of stealing the card exists. I'm fairly certain. What good would it possibly do? He's not going to believe it. Kim's going to be upset. What good would it do? My drama brain thinks it's a good idea. And I mean, it did get me in to see the refrigerator that one time. But my drama brain just likes lying. Period. He's probably just going to ask me where I got the card. Because clearly I'm not a worker like you guys. But I don't have another way of bringing up the card, right? What good would it possibly do me? He probably knows the guy who I stole it from. Almost certainly, right? Maybe not. How many people are in this union? I don't know. I'll save it for later. What's the strike about anyway?
You know, serious business.
He smiles.
I'm sure the big boss will be glad to tell you. You'll have to ask him first.
But you're not going to help me get in there. Continue.
He's a chatty guy. Wants to talk about the strike too. Just can't break the command structure and tell you now.
Okay. So I have to get the go-ahead from his boss first, or give him another reason to actually talk to me. This is a terrible decision, but this is a game about terrible decisions.
The man looks at the colorful piece of plastic, then at you, then back at the card, then at you again.
Continue?
But that's not you, officer.
It's an old picture. Take a close look at the card. Guess not. How about that one?
Good thing, too. I've known Johannes for a few years now. Be sinister if he turned into a completely different person overnight.
Yeah, it sure would, wouldn't it? Continue.
How did you get his shift card anyway?
That's a great question, isn't it? Continue. He leans in to inspect the card.
Now you're in a mess. The time hath not arrived. Sorry.
I literally stole it off him while he slept. I found it on the ground at the Whirling Rags. It was like a sign. The wind deposited it before my feet. I feel a closeness to this person. I knew it, Drama Brain. I knew this was a bad decision. If he knows Johannes pretty well, which he clearly does, he probably knows he keeps it on a carabiner, right? I literally stole it off him while he slept.
Oh, John's been out drinking himself blind again? He should watch his step, that John. Can I have the card?
You know, this is what I was hoping, is I could just turn it in. Continue.
No, it will prove useful still. Believe your thieving fingers.
Are you certain interfacing? Are you, like, real friggin' certain? Sure, I have no real need for it. No, I'm afraid. This card's evidence in an ongoing investigation. No, I need to continue my undercover infiltration of this compound. Otherwise, it's just as if I stole this card for no reason. It's not evidence in an ongoing investigation, and it's not even realistic to say that it is. Johannes has nothing to do with it, and this guy would know that. But he might be amused if I say this third one, so I'm going to try it and see what he does.
Oh, okay. Good luck with that.
He tips his beret.
So, what do you need?
Great. Do you want to give me some money? I'm a bit short on money right now.
Sure thing, my friend. I can help you out.
He flips a coin towards you. Hand-eye coordination, medium 10. Try to catch it. Let it fall on the ground. Nah, let's do it.
The coin lands into your hand as if it has always belonged there. The swallow returns.
Great. Appreciated. Say nothing, pocket the coin. Appreciated. I'm nothing if not grateful.
Always glad to help out the RCM. Shame I can't do more. Things are meager at the moment due to...
He nods towards the protesters. Yeah, I get you. Continue.
You know, the winter's fat is slowly running out and all. Still better than scabbing, though.
Yeah, I suppose so. The Union has problems getting by. Every little bit helps, you know. Gotta spend money to make money. Every little bit helps, you know, is a heck of a thing to say after hitting him up for $1. Union has problems getting by. Let's just get some information.
Nothing to worry about, really. The jam's a bit of a mess. Cargo can't get in or out. The rationing is a bit stricter, is all. Supplies should last the strike, though.
Provided there's ever a resolution. From what it sounds like, y'all's what you're asking for seems unrealistic, as if you got some other goal in mind. But then I'd have to talk to Everard to figure that out, wouldn't I? Every little bit helps, you know. Or gotta spend money to make money. This just sounds like I'm trying to convince him to stop the strike, which isn't going to get me anywhere. Let's just go with this one. Every little bit helps, you know.
I'm always glad to help out when possible. Not like these slithering scabs.
He looks at them in disbelief. Nice talk. Gotta get moving. Great. Well, this has been fun. Autosave. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Well. Is this door still closed? Can I go in there now? It's still locked. Okay. Oh, that's where Everard is. That's the door to Everard, but the switch to open it is behind Measurehead. That's what's going on. Okay. I guess it's about time we go round 2 with Measurehead. But, in accordance with my new policy, I gotta stop here. So, thank you for watching. Next time, I hope I won't die. See you next time.